Get your kids in the bed. Hello, everybody. Your show about to come on. Thank you for tuning in. Are you ready? Let's get it. Drop the beat. It don't matter. Hold on. Let's talk. Let's speak. Ooh, y'all sound good. Ooh, you don't grab that drink. It's the water. It's so cute. This one you twerk. Hey, I see you over there twerking. I see you over there twerking. Hey, pop it, shake it. Don't stop it, girl. Pop it, shake it. I love our intro. I love it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Butch and Queen podcast. Welcome to the Butch and Queen podcast.
Hey everybody, hello.
She being real slow today, y'all.
Why is you playing that?
They can't hear that. You making it obvious. She don't know how to produce.
Oh my God.
Okay, because I produce on the side.
Nothing.
So she's learning how to produce. No, you know how to watch. You know how to watch the show on the side, but you don't know how to produce and watch the, you know what I'm saying? But welcome to the Butch and Queen podcast, everybody, where we dispel your thoughts while thickening the plot. How you feeling today, Crystal? Tell us how you feel. We're going to let Crystal get it out.
I feel great, actually. I feel all right. You know, life is lifing. And when life, you just roll with the punches. Smile and float.
That's what you're doing, smiling and float?
That's what I do.
Well, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
You feel good?
Yes, I'm happy.
Amazing?
I'm happy.
That's good. That's
today.
good.
Yes, I might came just in time for the show. I thought that wasn't nothing but the Lord.
Listen, remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
To the Butch and Queen podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell
a
friend.
That we on.
That we on
Tuesday at 8:30.
At 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
What is it, Central? 7? Oh my gosh.
Mountain 6.
6:30. At 6:30 and then Pacific time.
5:30.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all gonna do too.
Well, we got a good show today.
Great show today.
We're gonna talk about that Carly. She had us looking for babies last week. So we're gonna talk about her. We're gonna talk about Jess Hilarious.
We got a lot to talk about. It's a lot happening.
It's a lot. I couldn't pick everything and get a clip for everything, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about this business shout out. Who you shouting out this week?
Oh my goodness. I want to shout out Therapy Logistics this week. I want to shout out Therapy Logistics this week. They are hiring, and some great friends, Tavia and Tamika Wendy. They are hiring, guys, locally. They have incentives of 600 to 800, 1,000 plus. Driving, you do not have to have your CDLs. You do not have to drive. Listen, you can, they provide truck. There's so many pieces to that, guys. Please, there are opportunities for not even small businesses. She's international. They are on the move. So I think it's absolutely phenomenal that they have an opportunity locally in Atlanta. They also have facilities in Houston, in Texas. So please look out for Theurgy Logistics. They are phenomenal. We love you guys. Tamika, Tavia, we love what you guys are doing. Stay on the movement, and we encourage everybody, if you are a small business, large business, wherever you are in your process, do not give up on you. Do not give up on you. And Jail's Kennel.
She got some dogs. She got some Great Danes.
Great Danes available.
With paper.
She got schnauzers available as well. So shouts out to Angel Kennels. We want to show some love to her as well. But small businesses, don't ever think that you're small. You're bigger and better. Please believe we love you. Welcome to the show. Bertha, thank you so much for signing on and showing love to the Butch and Queen podcast. G Scorpio, we love you every week. We appreciate you as well. Again. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And if you would like to include your small business on the Butch and Queen podcast, come on, we will show you some love because we will shout you out.
So you ready to get into the show?
Let's get into it.
All right.
Let's go.
Who's gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that. Is gonna stand up for us.
Oh my gosh. Now, I'm gonna get
into it, please.
First of all, so Jess Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
We all know she don't like to allegedly read and do research on the things that she talks about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, regardless if it's on, because she's on the Breakfast Club, she thinks she all in there. Man, in order for you to be a reporter, you got to do some type of research, if it's just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, a trans woman had got online, was talking about periods, that y'all don't own periods.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, this, whole, what you say?
Soliloquy.
Thank you. She has to say it. So she said that, but when she was talking about it, she was talking about trans men.
Uh-huh.
Which is what, y'all? They're women, right? So that's why she was saying y'all don't own periods, because trans men have periods, which they do. Some of them do, because they're, guess what?
Women.
Okay. So she said that, and then T.S. Madison got online after she made this thing and said, because she had went into a whole diatribe about when she was on the plane, this man thought she was a transgender. Okay.
That thought that Jess Hilarious
was a
transgender.
So she said, T.S. Madison chimed in and said, there's so many real women that get mistaken for being transgender women. That's where a lot of anger comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope they take a good look at how transphobia affects all women.
Mm.
She didn't say nothing wrong. She didn't say nothing. She was just,
okay.
Jess Hilarious turned it around and made it seem, trying to make it seem like she was attacking her.
Or she was attacking a woman. And what a woman's age for is.
Yes, and they need to be protected.
Uh-huh.
When the lady had originally made the post, she was like, but only females have periods. This is what T.S. Madison said when the lady made the post. So I'm a bit confused at the period part. That's what she told the lady.
So this is my thing.
So my thing, this is what my thing is.
This is very.
And I'm going to let it go. My thing is this. Jamal Bryant just came out.
Oh my God.
And apologized for the black church. So this is supposed to be squashed.
Oh my God.
But now all of a sudden, Jess Hilarious don't sit and come back, and he's starting a whole nother thing with the people. Like I'm upset about that. It's you're conjuring it back up.
No.
The hate.
So again,
the fighting.
I feel like some people have to, when they're in the limelight of conversation, they're going to drive it home for that clout situation.
And that's all it is.
Which is not necessary, because Jess has her own platform. I have always liked Jess.
I don't care for
I don't have a problem for Jess until, and that's her opinion. I'm not going to knock her out the block because of her opinion. However, her opinion at this point has now put her in a demographic of people that kind of compartmentalize and causes problems with a group of people, and she has now alienated people. And what she's trying to say is that trans people are alienating women based on how they perceive, and I don't think that was what was happening. I think that's what she's trying to turn it into. And the one
person who's definitely not trying to alienate women, what did you say? Alienate women is T.S. Madison.
Right, like she's not trying to profess anything.
She talked about her self. Right, and she talked about where she came from, which is porn.
She ain't changing nothing. She don't
She's herself.
Nothing.
That's why I love her.
She's good where she's at. So I just don't. I think Jess was just.
She just wants some clout.
I think she was doing clout.
Yeah.
I don't see where
and then now D.L. Hughley has jumped on board.
What does D.L. Hughley say?
Oh, he's saying that the black women need to be protected. Bitch, you was just talking about Monique a couple of weeks ago. So pick a side. Is you protecting or is you fighting?
See, this is where I
don't get it. Like, some people just say stuff just to be saying stuff.
People are so angered by the choices that people make. Like, I am still stuck on last week. Why are y'all in these people's house? If I have an opinion about you, now even with Jess, I don't play devil's advocate. If that's how she feel, cool.
Right.
Now but what I will say, by her doing that, she has now put herself in a box of either, I'm not gonna say
against
phobic.
Trans. Yes, she has.
But she has now
put herself against
now
trans.
She has put herself in a box where I would have never put her in that, even thought that her personality would put her in that place.
It does.
I never would have thought that. Now
she's very
I feel away now.
She probably come on the show and say some shit.
And I apologize that this is happening, because I never saw Jess in that light. I felt she's always been a free bird spirit and says things that made people feel free bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but she's trying to. It's like she's creating this narrative of women against trans,
and that is not what the case.
My thing is, how can you be a trans? Let's talk about it. How can you be a trans woman without admiring a woman?
I'm making it make sense. I'm just saying, these girls say every thought doesn't need to come out because it's not. That's right. If that's what if that's your chant in your house that I don't like this, rah rah rah, shish goomba. Right. Like, it's certain things I'm just not gonna say. Even if I believe that to be the case, right. I have my own things that I don't like. Right. Okay, but it is not my place to judge you.
Dorothea.
For what you are. Hey, Latasha, Doretha. It is not my place to actually judge you for. It's not.
And I do feel like the younger generation, they do have a problem. But I felt like people cleaned that up because they were saying for medical purposes. We need to know. Now, what you do in your life, we really don't need to know. Like, nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting looking at now. You know what? I'm telling a story. Because I do be out, and if a trans woman come in, I'll be like, oh, is she trans? But my thing is, it's not going to...
Is she trans?
Yeah, but it's not going to make me or break me. But sometimes they be bad. And you tip their head up to them.
What am I doing wrong?
But other than that, you really don't care, because guess what? It's not paying your bills.
Okay.
It's not doing that. And my thing is, a lot of people said, we don't care what you do in public. Just don't bring it into the schools.
So, but listen, that is the biggest argument right now.
Yes.
People are saying it was not an argument until you try to force it down
into the
school system, into children books, into all of these different things. Now, I do believe there is an educational pursuit, but I feel like it should be imposed by the parents. Okay,
right. But sometimes some parents don't teach anything.
But
so I understand.
That's the option of the parent. That's still an option of the parent.
It is an option. That's why I'm saying I understand.
Again, so I think some things should not be brought into the forefront. We are commercializing. We are now grabbing hold, and I understand we're looking at it as though it's acceptance, but is it really? Like, is it really acceptance, or is it being commercialized? Because now we're wanting to feel like we're a part of society. Yeah. So now we can, the people that are in the world are now capitalizing on what you love. Right. In all actuality, you paying them to love you. Like, make it make sense. Like, I'm lost in the sauce. But
and my thing is, sometimes they do stuff for attention to
Yes.
draw you in, just like they had the
Have you ever
they
just
had
walked
the
around?
cartoon and they said, "Oh, the cartoon is gay." Who
Yeah,
cares
we
about
ever broke down
Superman
cartoons like
being
that.
gay? But I mean, Superman did have a girlfriend.
But have we ever gone that far?
But it didn't matter to us. I didn't really care about
because that wasn't on your mind.
Right.
So why are we trying to implant this in the psyche where we have to have this conversation? I understand that we have to have certain exposures because things are a little different than what it used to be. Because there used to be a lot of levels of privacy and intimacy. Like it just wasn't that.
But I remember.
But you know what? How about this? My question to you is this. Do you feel like that we still need to have that separation in any way?
I don't feel like it needs to be any separation. I do feel like it needs to be some type of learning. I remember going into the store, and it was at that time, back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, 90s, we called them he, she. Remember?
He, she is.
It was a he, she girl.
Okay.
That worked there. And the girl was, she was nice.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't know what to say because I knew, because at that time, they weren't, the faces wasn't slender. It's like you put on your dress and you did what you did. So I didn't know because I knew, from looking at them, and I knew to be polite, but I didn't know how to address.
Okay.
So I feel like the addressing, how to address, that is something that somebody, but getting into what they do no, I don't care.
But I'm sorry, I'm even kind of biased with the how to address. If you want to be honest,
just
because
to be
how
offensive.
am I going to
That's just like ma'am and sir.
Again, so ma'am and sir is simplistic. But if I gotta remember this week you her, and then next week you him, and then this week
some people are. That's what they are. They want to be.
They. How's you they? Tiffany?
No. I said some people. I'm not saying.
I'm just trying to
understand
it all.
Take a deep breath. Some people.
It's a debate.
That's what I'm saying. Calm down.
It's a debate.
Some people want to be addressed as she, and that's what they want to be addressed as.
That's fine.
But when you look at them.
But how about people that want to be addressed as they? How can I? When
that's
I'm
what
talking to you, how can I say they?
Well, you just gonna say
that is improper.
It's improper English. But is it improper?
Tiffany,
or is that how we were taught?
Listen, y'all say
Let's
what you
get deep.
Say.
Let's go to the next story.
Listen, I can't argue with her with this. Let's go.
The jails are shaking, and if this young lady, Carly Russell, lied about that entire kidnapping, that's exactly where she's headed. I'm actually just going to keep it on 1 or 2 frames. Let's talk about it. Now, I received a series of messages from one of my followers that is from Birmingham, Alabama. She explained to me the whole thing, and I need just 1 frame to tell y'all the entire story. They are saying that the girl lied. It was all a lie. They said that Carly Russell was trying to get back at her boyfriend, and a series of unfortunate events caused her to do this, but the situation got too big. So they said at her job, she got fired at Woodhouse Spa for stealing. She was getting kicked out of nursing school, and her boyfriend was cheating. This was a combination that made her think that it was okay to fake her own kidnapping. The reason why they haven't found a baby, the reason why they have not been able to trace a call of a baby missing, allegedly is all because this is a hoax. So the Hoover Fire Department people are talking, and they are saying that the call was a lie. They said that this young lady checked into the Red Roof Inn. They have video of her that night meeting up with one of her friends. Then they went to the Red Roof Inn, and they got her on camera there. They said that when she approached her parents' door, she was normal at first when she walked up. Then she became hysterical, allegedly. They said the story that Carly Russell is telling people is that she was kidnapped, taken to the woods by a man in an orange wig, bald at the top. These people took her and they messed with her, and they painted her nails. I thought that was quite odd. They allegedly painted her nails. Then she fought them. She got sent on her way. Now, they said that the cover-up is just supposed to be she's sound, she's safe, we're not going to hear from her. But she said that allegedly she had to come out and tell everything. They're saying that she had to tell everything to her peoples, and they're going to help her cover it up. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied because this is an actual mess. Now, to the boyfriend, who they're saying is the root cause of all this, I don't know if he knew anything. He could have been dragged through it all the way through, just like us. But allegedly, she had him blocked past this point. And she unblocked him and wanted to see the messages of him saying, you know, bring my baby back and all that sympathy. But if she came back and her nails were painted and all these things, it's giving, to be honest with y'all. I wanted to get back at my dude. I made up a whole story. My peoples really called the police because they was not in on it. And it made my boyfriend salty. I went to the Red Roof Inn, painted my nails, kicked it, and then went back home as soon as I saw the story getting too big. So I think that's what happened, allegedly.
Y'all heart is broke out there, ain't it? Your heart broke?
No, my heart is not broke.
Girl.
My heart is not broke.
In the history of time, you have not seen America. We're just going to say America or the globe. Focus on a African American woman missing. This was a time that America actually stops for one of the first times in history and focused a little bit on national and global sectors on an African American woman missing. And this is what you do. This is what you do to
But that's on her.
I get it.
That's why we have to. This is how I look at it.
How do you look at it?
I look at it is when we come together. It shows that when we come together, we can get something done. And when I say come together, I'm talking about in prayer. You know, a lot of people was upset, talk about, oh, I prayed, but I'm glad my prayers was answered. I'm glad we was able to find her.
Okay.
Now she's going to be punished. But my thing is this is my thing. A lot of that stuff that lady said was alleged. I haven't seen the Red Roof Inn videos. I haven't said that, but I wanted to drop that in y'all spirits. Because we don't know what this lady has done for 2 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She had me praying for the white baby. I'm still...
Melvin, where's the baby? Where's the baby? Where is the baby?
I'm not for sure where the baby is.
Y'all, we was thinking, like, now let's just really have a little fun with this. We thankful to God that she is safe, even though we were really thinking she was even having a mental crisis. Let's think of all the things everybody was thinking of.
I was thinking it was the white folks.
We thought something happened.
They'd be doing the little, what is it? Not white folks, but the people who be doing the trafficking.
Trafficking.
I thought
Sex
she was
trafficking.
Yes,
So
I thought
trafficking.
they had put her
She
on
was
some
trafficked.
heroin.
So we thought, some people thought she was actually having a mental
But when she
breakdown.
said the man with the orange hair,
Baby.
with the boss, but I said, she talking about Donald Trump?
Allegedly.
Then she said, no, I'm just saying the description. Then she said the lady was playing in her hair. I didn't hear about the nails, but I heard about the cheese cracker.
Wait, cheese crackers? She fed a cheese cracker.
And that was so funny to me.
Baby.
The cheese crackers be so good.
Girl, stop it.
Especially if you hungry, if you ain't ate in 2 days and you wake up and somebody feed you some goldfish.
Is it goldfish? Wait a minute, Jesus.
Goldfish.
Now, honestly, people were really concerned about Carly Russell.
And it's just sad. But my thing is this. This is my thing. So the guy, the boyfriend, you know, he came out a little bit before when she was found, saying he was glad she was found. And I didn't know they had even broken up.
They had broke up.
But I didn't know the story. I just knew a lady was missing. She saw a baby on the road, and I was like, we need to stop this trafficking, because if they using babies to walk down the highway, that's tricky.
You gotta know Alabama, y'all.
But my thing is this.
That baby would have been.
My thing is this. The boyfriend went from having 2,000 to 50,000. Y'all women need to leave that man alone. Cause that lady had.
How can you blame that man? Ain't had nothing.
I didn't say he had anything. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, she chose to have her little.
I know
situation.
she chose.
She didn't know how to handle it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So again, she might have chose. We understand that I give her full responsibility of what she did. But if somebody man stuff that good, where you go robbing, You call the 911 because she called 911. It wasn't a fake call.
Let's talk about that.
She called 911.
Baby.
Then she's searching online about Amber Alerts. If that man stuff that good,
You need to stay at, baby.
y'all need to keep it.
Because
I don't want it, baby.
I don't want it.
I don't want it because she about to go to jail over there.
You think so? I think that she's a first time offender. I don't think she's gonna get that much. She might get probation and got.
She gonna get more than 2 days.
I don't think.
And guess, baby, I did 3 hours in the jail, and you couldn't tell me I didn't do time. So, baby, if it's more than 2, baby, she gonna be in there.
She's gonna get that much time. But at the end of the day, I'm glad she's safe. I think she really, it's so unfortunate because there's really some missing young ladies out there that are African American that have not gotten the same publicity that is needed, and it's so unfortunate. But I am glad she's safe. But girl, that story, y'all know how y'all thought that was together. As soon as they said Birmingham Highway, Alabama Highway, baby, it was a baby out there. They would have been burnt and turned like them deals and everything else out there, baby. Ain't no way
they had said
they survived out there. Okay.
And then she said it was a Caucasian baby, so you
exactly.
know they was about to find
no Caucasian baby was just gonna be walking random. And the mad joke is, if you listen to the 911 call, sis didn't even. If you was a nurse, sis didn't even get out the car to help the baby, and the baby's still outdoors. Walking. Make it make sense, y'all. Come on now. Doretha said, I'm so glad she turned up. And that no child was actually left on the road, but now she has to be held accountable for telling such a terrible lie.
And I agree with
that.
that.
No penis, girl, nothing. No cat, no dog, no sky, no blue, no nothing. It's worth that, baby. Because clearly,
y'all gotta start making better choices.
Y'all gotta start, Tiffany.
If that man left you,
baby, if he left you, sis,
broke up with you.
But wait a minute, she couldn't think of no other idea. That wasn't even a good idea. She could have went to the girl house. She could have went to his house.
She was on the phone with the sister.
I'm trying to understand it. That was not a good way to try to show him you love him, sis. That wasn't it. Tiffany, don't ever do
let's
that.
Go to this
don't
next.
Y'all ever do that, Butcher Queen Crew.
Let's go to this next mystery right here.
Let's go, honey.
Woman who is married to Dwayne Keith Davis. Dwayne Keith Davis, he is a very famous former gang member who was friends with Diddy. He was friends with Eazy-E, and he is somebody who wrote a book about his growing up in these circles, and he has self-proclaimed for years that he saw Tupac get shot and that he knew details of this. Now, we don't know if he lived in the home with his wife. We don't know the affiliation there, but here are some of the things that we do know that police took from the home. We know that they took 5 computers. Boris, we know that they took an iPhone, USB hard drives, tablets, also obviously his book, a copy of Vibe magazine that featured Tupac on the cover. And again, this is a very interesting development. You know, he ran in those circles, Dwayne, back in the 90s. Tupac famously being murdered in 1996 after he left a hotel, the MGM Grand, following a fight that he had gone to see, a boxing fight, and he was in the car with Suge Knight, a very famous record label executive, when a Cadillac pulled up in front of them and began shooting and fired 12 shots that hit Tupac, and he later died from those injuries in the hospital several days later. But this is a very, very monumental development here, and obviously many people are wondering if this could potentially lead to an arrest. But this is all we know right now, but we finally know what they took from the home and whose home it was. So we will keep you posted as this story develops, Boris.
Chloe, it is such a stunning development in part
Oh, my bad, y'all.
Me always, yeah.
No, it's supposed to come back on automatically. But I was saying that first of all, I did pay my firm. I know y'all saw my notice, but I was saying 27 years has gone by, and this man has said since day one, written a book about it.
He wrote a book,
and now y'all going back to get this. And I want to know what this iPhone is. Is it an iPhone 3? Because this is 1996.
what iPhone got on this set?
Girl, everything.
Girl.
But this case right here, I was like, oh my goodness, when they were saying that they went to the man's, house or whatever, and they took all the evidence, a laptop, five.
I mean, at this point, what is going to happen? Like, what is going to?
That man done lived his life. He done wrote a book.
Okay.
He got paid. That's why I said the conspiracy stuff be real. Cause he done got paid. He done got paid for that book. He done lived his life. He got 5 laptops.
At the end of the day, all I think is that I just hate that those young men did not get to really, really show us all of them. Like, we only got a segment. If you were in that time, we only got a true little glimpse of the life of them, and I just think it's so unfortunate.
It is
Like,
him and Biggie Smalls.
I just really think they would have just really.
But I'm like,
do you think it would have changed the game right now of how music is today? Do you think it really would have impacted the movement of music?
No, I don't think it would.
You think it would still be the same?
It still be the same. We still be on. I think we would be still on mumble rap.
On mumble rap.
Yeah, where it's like we're moving. It's like they're trying to move back where people are rapping.
Right.
If you notice, but a lot of the rappers, when you listen to them, it's just not the same. It's
like the music is different, and the trend
kitty
and the conversation that's in the music is
very
not
different.
As authentic, raw, and the beauty of it, the presence, the lyrics, is really challenging.
Like when you listen to Dear Mama and just the metaphors that they gave, similes, it was beautiful.
Yeah. So
it's like it's just different.
We're gonna still see more, as you guys know. All my life has been a Diddy.
But I think that's what they're trying to
I really think so. They're trying to get to him, allegedly. They're trying to get to him.
I think they're trying to go after Diddy.
It's just that story. I feel like it'll never end.
Because they said, I watched another thing, and I don't know if it's true, so it's all alleged.
Yeah.
But the man was saying, the Keefy D guy was saying that Diddy had something to do with it. That's what they say.
Allegedly. So
that's why I said allegedly. You gotta reiterate with me. Well,
anybody.
Well, he can't cut up on me. I said alleged.
But honestly, I just hope, I just wish there was some resolve to that story.
I do too.
I think we'll always have conspiracies always around it. So
it's a lot of conspiracies.
It's a thing, baby.
I was watching, I don't know if y'all watched the movie with Jamie Foxx. It's called Cloning Tyrone. And you have to, that movie was actually good far as the conspiracy part of it. Because it dealt around mind control and how they control the Black people. And one part was a restaurant with the fried chicken and the food. It made us happy. The strip club, the music. It was okay. I'm mad at Jamie Foxx because he disappeared, came back. Now you want us to watch a movie, but I watched it because it was about conspiracy theory. But I said that to say, even with Tupac, how his music was changing, and when he was coming, because at first when he came out, it was more of like kind of like a gangster rap, but then he started to put more, like encouraging words in the song.
To move out of that direction,
of gangster, and because at first he used to be like, this is where I came from, but then
this is what I know.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think
that's when he got killed.
And it's over. Boom. All right. Listen, but again, that voice should always be there. I just think that it's just so unfortunate that they were taking
27 years.
But talk about it. Yeah.
So my thing is 27 years.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, y'all know who did it.
Who did it, child?
Baby, please.
Please, honey.
Let's get into this.
Baby,
I even had to learn that even shutting down can be a form of vengeance.
Yeah.
And people don't think of it that way. They think vengeance is like, oh, I'm going to fight you, or I'm going to put some sugar in your tank, or I'm going to be verbally mean.
Yeah.
But withholding, I'm going to be verbally me space to process. It takes a level of humility to say, like,
I had to stop that. I don't know what was going on with that video, but it sounded a mess. But what she was talking about was when you begin to argue, a lot of people shut down and you stop talking completely.
Yes, we gotta hear from y'all tonight.
And she was saying that that is a form of kind of like disrespect.
When a person stops talking?
When they stop talking purposely. Not to keep the peace, but you're not talking to them because you just, you want them to, it aggravates them.
So, Butch and Queen crew, how do you feel when the conversation stops just to prove or not prove or not to even acknowledge the communication aspect?
Not acknowledging them at all.
Let's talk about it. Why do we do that?
Well, I mean, I know it just depends on who it's with. Because certain people, it doesn't move them at all. You can stop talking to them and not say anything to them, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay."
I don't know. I need to hear something from somebody. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like sometimes I feel it is a form of disrespect if I am talking to you and we are having a conversation.
And it's supposed to be a back and forth conversation.
It's supposed to be a conversation that improves or gives, acknowledges, or provides some kind of insight. You need to talk. Do not shut down on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people cannot take it, and those are the people that you do it to. That's when you do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when you do it too. To aggravate.
Exactly.
It's like a form of it's like debating, but when somebody loves to debate, and then you be like, you know what? I'm okay.
Yes, Dia. She says, "Oh my God, that's passive aggressive, and can be more hurtful than yelling at somebody." Yes, D Scorpio. And that's what thank you for admitting that I am guilty, D Scorpio, of that. Absolutely. Sometimes you really now it's a different when it's a difference when you're getting quiet to prevent yourself from being angry. It's a difference.
Okay.
Exactly. Now, I'm saying that because sometimes you need to pause before you react.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, sometimes that's a difference. But it's not a situation where, if you just shut down just to piss the person off. Because I do that. I am guilty as charged. Throw away the key. I do that. Teresa says, not talking about the situation. The situation is disrespectful. That is a form of disrespect.
It is.
You to stop talking, and I'm sitting here telling you, and we going.
But a lot of people don't see it that way. They see it like how you explained it. They say, "Oh, I stopped talking." This is how they explain it, but they know that they're getting to that.
Talking to avoid conflict.
Yes, to avoid conflict.
No, you did.
And you did talking because because one thing I do not like is if I'm trying to have a serious conversation with someone, and I'm actually because I'm the type of person I can get over the top and I start hollering. So if I'm actually having a conversation with you and I'm keeping my cool and I'm talking to you, I'm using my words, and then all of a sudden, because you know that, oh, Tiffany is making a little bit of sense. I know how I'm gonna get her. You know what? I just don't want to talk about it.
Right.
And it's just that I lose my mind.
Yes, but see, I think everybody,
depending on who you talk to.
Yeah.
Like some people, that you talk to on a constant and regular basis, you pretty much know their pattern of conversation.
Yeah, my mama did.
And when you know a person's pattern of conversation, you know how to.
I'm gonna tell her today.
Under they
I'm like,
baby.
you know what? I think it's a Scorpio thing. Cause I just thought these Scorpios said.
Dorothy said, I need resolution or just consider me to be right. Wait. You're right.
Yeah, because if you stop talking, and that's what I usually say. That's how you kind of get somebody to talk.
But do you
I guess I'm right.
Do you ever try to really consider the other person's position as to why they do that to you?
Yeah, you can, after everything happened, you can look back and see, like me, I didn't know I was a yeller. Even though I had been in several relationships and everybody said the same thing, I was never the problem.
Right.
Okay?
Never
the problem, because I'm me and I just give great
perfection.
I give great energy. I'm not perfection. I give great energy. So when I realized, I was like, wait a minute, people are saying the same thing over and over again. When I started to self-reflect, from different worlds, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I need to change something. I need to get
Somebody's telling the truth on you.
Even though they might not have been good people.
Oh, it's them?
No, they weren't good people.
But listen, that is a thing, because in that form of communicate, we have to learn how to communicate. And doing that is a form of disrespect.
It is.
To just stop talking when a person is taking the time out respectfully to express how they feel. I think that is one of the rudest things you can do.
Scorpio says something.
The Scorpio says sometimes the best way you can hurt someone is not saying anything at the same time. Knowing yourself and how far you can go, getting quiet is a way to avoid taking it too far.
No, that's true.
That is true. Sometimes somebody gotta go high. Somebody go be.
I'm always on my mistake. I do.
But I was watching Oprah and Michelle Obama talk about their book, her recent book.
Yeah.
And honest to God, she was like, "Listen, people swear I go high every time."
Yeah,
she said, "No, ma'am." She said, "I am the one that'll go there." But she says she gets at the table with her friends, and she gets that part out to where they don't have to worry about that. You do not have to get that part of her.
But I feel like sometimes with the go high, go low. Okay, because I'm always try to be high, but sometimes if it's an opportunity, we're going low. Is there? I mean, it's just point blank. You just said something, and all I had to do is just say 2 words, baby. I'm walking in because I'm like, that's God sent.
Is that God sent?
Baby. Baby, sometimes you be like, that
is not Holy Ghost.
Let me.
She got to be stopped. But sometimes I think that we need to learn how to effectively communicate.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just be talking at each other and not really listening,
especially
because
when
we already have
when
in
your
our
tempers are high.
Especially when you're in disagreement. Like when you're in disagreement, you can't hear nothing but what you think. And that is a thing. That's a problem for everybody.
Yeah, it's a problem for me.
All, including myself, need to learn how to be okay with hearing something that is the opposite of what we feel in life. Honestly.
And it makes us shake.
Baby, if you gotta sit there and rock in Jesus,
and I'm like, hold on, let me take a deep breath.
Lord, you got
to know that's my new thing now. I'm like, hold on.
Listen,
let me do this.
Yes, you have to find mechanisms, people, to try to determine how you can get through those emotions, because it can be really, really, really challenging. Doretha said, I might be wrong about a situation, so let's talk about it so I can understand why you feel the way you do. Come on, Doretha. That is facts.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, Doretha, with the words.
Amen.
Amen. we got to start listening effectively to. I think that's why a lot of friendships, relationships,
fall apart because it be misunderstanding. Right. A lot of times when me and Crystal are arguing, right, I be like, we're saying the same thing. And she be adamant because she want me to say it the way she's saying it. She want me to say A, B, C, D, E. And I be saying A, B, C. Mm-hmm. And it be we go in the same direction. Like I'm just not finishing D and E.
But why do you think that people have a hard time going to, because some people are so into what they think is right that they're not willing to compromise. See, that's because we're from two different worlds.
Yeah, that's true.
We're from two different places. So why do we think that, oh, you got to believe how I believe, and if you don't, it's just the end of everything? Yeah.
Well, I know how I became aggressive. When I first started dating, I feel like different situations bring on different walls. I remember I was dating a female, and when we broke up, I like to ask people, what did I do wrong? And she said, you were so passive. You just let anything happen. Because I would be, like, whatever, mm-hmm, type spirit. And I'm like that with other things. She was like, I just wish you put your foot down more. So I went from basically being
a cat,
passive to hollering every time. Because I thought I was doing, what somebody would want me to do.
Right.
But then I realized you gotta have a balance.
You got that.
Everything. If it doesn't fit your personality, if it ain't worth screaming about, that's how I live now. If it ain't worth screaming, I'm not screaming.
I think that's one thing you get better at over time. You get tired of all of that. It still happens because you're in the process of learning to adjust. We'll be learning to leave here. Mm-hmm. And like Mrs. Bertha says,
sometimes the fire has to come out. Ain't that right? Gemini fire.
And it's going to come out. And unfortunately, the thing about it is that if it does come out, can we get through the fire? See, that's gonna be the piece.
Oh my God!
Because I tell everybody now, y'all, you need to understand the fact that guess what? I don't care who you get with, what friends you have, what mama, auntie, whatever the case may be. Everybody you meet got something. 5 to 6 things. Go research it. Go today. Everybody got something that they can work on, and that's gonna get on your first and your last nerve.
I'm almost there.
So what do you do with that is the question. Do you just run? Because when you run to the next person or the next friend or the next, it might be worse, and it might be 10 more things on top of the other things. So now you got to relearn a whole new set of things.
Right.
Now that's not saying to accept anything in life from people.
No.
However, you have to learn, adjust, and adapt.
I feel like people need to learn their red flags and then learn your boundaries. And the only way you can learn those things is being by yourself. Yes. I feel like I learned so much about me when I took the time out for me. When you're with somebody else, you're trying to please them, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes you forget. You know what? I like on Sundays, I like to watch such and such. Even though it might be fun to go out to brunch and drink mimosas and smoke a hookah, but I really like to sit at home, eat my dinner, mm-hmm, and watch Lifetime movies.
I hear you. I'm totally the opposite of that.
Yeah, she like to go out.
It wasn't even just going out. I like to be around atmospheres of excitement, laughter, sounds, observation of seeing all different people enjoying in different ways. That was my thing.
But you don't like to eat outside.
I don't like eating.
I love eating outside because I love different people, different atmospheres, and I love people watching.
And then also, I don't always necessarily. People always say, "Well, you gotta be alone." I don't think that.
I think so.
You don't have to be alone because even in being alone, you still have relationships with other people, places, other people, things. Yes. And at the end of the day, you still have to adjust accordingly based on how you think you should adjust, or based on the best thing that's for the whole relationship in itself. So there's all kinds of choices.
But I feel like being alone, you learn how to reflect, and you learn what you love. Some people don't even know what they love.
That's true.
And my thing is being with somebody. Okay, so I took the time out to be by myself. and I was able to learn what I love, right? So when I got with someone else and they showed me something different, I was able to say, ding, 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 I like this. I'm not liking it because Crystal liked to do it. I actually like it to do by myself. Like, this is something I would take in my life. And no, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Scorpio said that's why sometimes I don't like texting, because most of the reasons people take it, most of the time people take it
Yes,
wrong.
they do.
Instead of picking up the phone and baby,
They don't know
so
the
many relationships.
tone.
I promise you,
I wasn't even there.
situations and arguments, even like that.
Right.
But you know what the offensive part for me in that is? You've been knowing me for umpteen years. You can't tell me I normally would talk about was right. So you were just gonna take it like I would say it in a way that would impose infraction on your life? Come on. I can get your life. That ain't even how I talk. What is you talking about? So I get offended by that because I'm like, how did you take a tone for me that when that's a tone, if you were standing in front of me, that I never would have took?
Yeah.
So I totally get that. And Doretha said, yes, be prepared. Bertha said, you got to be prepared for the other person. Yes, you do. Shalene said, me, I don't know what I like. You got to know what you like. Because you know what? You'll never settle in anything. Because you'll always be finding something wrong in it. Unfortunately, that's just facts. That's just facts. Bertha said, I love Lifetime. Yes, of course I do.
Look.
I mean,
Lifetime gets in. Let me see if this other video play. I got another video for y'all. Let's see, because it was playing fun.
Y'all be sugarcoating. Y'all be sugarcoating for y'all friends. Me and my friends don't sugarcoat. We be hurting the fuck out each other's feelings. Like, yes, bitch, you're dumb. You're dumb. You fucking with him again? You're stupid as fuck. You're stupid as fuck. You gonna get your feelings hurt and you look like a fucking dumbass. And when you get your feelings hurt, bitch, don't come over here crying. Don't come over here crying. Cause we got other shit to do.
Oh my God.
love that video.
That's so funny because you know how me and Angel and Shorty talk to each other. We don't mind calling each other the bitch. You is dumb and stupid. You is a fool.
Okay.
And I feel like people need to be more open. You don't have to talk to your friends like that, but people need to be more open with their friends and encourage being honest. Like when Carlisa was on the phone, and I don't know who, because she called somebody. Carlisa Russell. Carly, whatever the hell her name is. Lie, pants on fire.
Okay.
When she called her friend and told them he broke up with me. First of all, when you told me you was gonna steal, baby, you stupid.
You stupid, dumb, and slow.
Right. What kind of job you gonna get? Then you wanna, kidnap. Just tell you don't even gotta tell your mama. Just say you gonna, cause I feel like the people said she went through with the story. I would have called my mama and said, girl,
If you don't get your
off TV,
God, says I'm like everything to you. See, you know what? That really happens a lot, like with me. Like my friends, and I'm dealing with that right now.
We call you,
right.
We talk to you that way.
My friends better not scold me like that. That was no, Chris. I may not use that word, but let me tell you, I think that has been half of my battle, and I've been dancing with that really for the last month or two.
I've been telling her,
I'm so heartbroken because a lot of my friends have been like, "Oh, Crystal, you just so hard," and blah, blah, blah. Like, so what you want me to say? Please tell me what to say, because I am over y'all talking about I'm being so hard. So you never me to say, girl, yes, go ahead, girl. Go ahead and just go over there and be a fool and love on him all night long, and he just did all this stuff to you.
People don't realize that, first of all, number one, truth hurts. The truth hurts, period. So if I am honest with you and tell you, hey, what you doing, you look real silly.
You look real silly. And I know you know better than that.
Right.
I know
your mama didn't raise you like that. Guess what? It's probably gonna hurt your feelings.
Right. And then you feeling away, and then I don't hear from you. get mad. Don't call me. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put a disclaimer out. Don't call my ugly face. Don't call my ugly ass no more.
I think Crystal get emotional because people mad at her. I don't care. And I call you next week.
I am not gonna sit here knowing the truth is God. If you, I would feel away if you let me sit there and do something crazy that's gonna affect or potentially affect
your whole life.
Your whole life. And then guess what? It go down, and guess what they gonna say, Crystal? You ain't tell that
stuff. Back in the day, I have been part of candy and cars, M&Ms, stuff like that, and I have been a part of that. But now that you are, and I tell somebody, you 40 years old. What did you think? Girl, you just died.
Like, we not about to do this. This said, I'm that one friend that will tell you the truth before it happens, and then look at you sideways after it goes. Telling you, listen, the hole right there, sis, the hole is right there.
And you're gonna fall.
You're gonna go right there. Now, listen, this is my thing. You know who you calling before you call. Okay? So if you know your friend, because I've been the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. If you know your friends, and you know me, right? You know me. At the end of the day, you know who you calling, because I got your back and your front and your side. But please believe, I'll come get you out that hole I told you about right there. But don't be mad at me
when I'm talking about you.
And tell you, go get your while I'm pulling you out. Don't get mad at me.
I'm the friend that's gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you got tissue on your shoe. Yes. You got a booger in your nose.
You are girl. Go spend money on that $200 dress and then buy no girdle.
And that's why I get mad when. Be honest with me. If y'all see me in my, you know how people walk around, they skirt me up. That's why you.
I tell you all the time. I said all that junk you got, sis, but you got.
I can't help
up, sis.
I can't help. How my pants are. Shit, I'm doing it on purpose.
That means you need to get a little bigger. You understand? You might have to take that waist in, but baby, that junk got to be covered. Don't be bending down and do. That's love to me. That's what I see love. So I believe that's love. Shawty said sounds like she didn't have any friends that help tell her not to. Exactly. Call it Miss Smollett Jr. I don't understand what sis was thinking.
They said did you see the flyer they made?
They done made flyer.
Oh my God.
Making fun of this situation. And it's really people that are missing. This girl done played folks to the left. But listen, Tip, do you feel like your relationships are closer or farther away because you tell the truth?
I think the people that are more honest with me, I'm closer to.
You think so?
Yeah, because I trust them. I know that they're going to tell me the truth.
Now, the other question is, y'all.
Even the ones that get on my nerves.
Do you have certain friends you call about certain things?
Oh, yes. They are sections out.
To me, that is weird. Because that is weird.
Know your favorite.
Friend yourself, because are you just going for
No.
Are you like that? Yes.
No. None of my friends are yes friends.
Okay.
None of my friends are yes friends. But in certain situations, I know I'm not gonna call this person for it because they not. I don't want to say educated, but they're not the person I call for that.
So you have friends to call for.
Like I got my kiki friends.
Okay.
I can't kiki with everybody because you ain't gonna get like you. I can't kiki with you. No, because I tell you something, you be like, oh my goodness, I don't understand. Then I call Jamie up, say the same thing, and he be laughing on the phone.
It's weird.
But it has nothing to do with you not being honest with me. It's just certain things that you might not find funny. Or you might not know the backstory of the situation. Yeah. You gotta balance your friends out. Some friends
maybe you gotta teach that person.
No, you don't gotta teach nobody nothing.
Maybe you gotta expose that person.
Certain friends are certain people. Like you got your club friends. That's the people you go to the club with.
You got your travel friends.
You got your church friends, your friends that you go to church with.
Okay.
You got your travel friends. Some of your club friends you can't bring with your travel friends. Because guess what? They might not. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why.
the reason why you can't bring your club friends for your trap friends because they only say they money up to go to the club. They ain't gonna pay them fees to go to the. Ooh, this trip is expensive. Ooh, this is blah blah blah. Who wants to hear that? So my travel friends that I know I could travel with, I know they're gonna have their money. They're gonna be ready. And then there's some people who fit in everybody. They the church friend, they the club friend, they every friend. You can find everyone. Yes. Yeah.
So Shonda said, I know which friends can handle me in my full, truthful energy versus who I need to pacify. Wow, that is so true. So everybody does that.
Yes, you should know who your friends are. It's even personalities. I know what, like Jane. If I'm going to a spot and they sell hookah, I'm probably not going to invite him because he don't like hookah. He don't like that type of environment. I'm not going to invite him, even if I really want him to come.
But that's crazy.
No, it's not crazy because guess what? He doesn't like that experience. So why I'm gonna invite somebody that don't like that experience to a place that I want to enjoy myself to.
I understand.
So I'm gonna invite the shorties, the Angels, the blase blah that is going to have a good time and laugh and bring that energy that I want when I go out. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand that everybody has their own special.
Yes, shorty, you need church.
But why? Sometimes, and then do you ever wish sometimes that certain friends could co-mingle? Like you could co-mingle certain people and
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like I wish I could bring like certain homies with me to
some people
like
some people
this gala.
Some people don't.
And then I take them and then they be miserable. I feel like.
But some people are jealous. You got people who are jealous, like because they spend that time with you at this certain place. When they go out somewhere else and they see that you're not the only person I'm spending time with,
right?
I spread myself around. They get jealous.
That's weird.
And they be like, "Girl, who is that?" Because I've done it. The Angela bring her friend around. Who is that?
I don't know you.
Girl, please. She play too much. She messy. Why she got that on?
I'm the last person my friends call because I'm too honest because they respect me for telling the truth. Shorty says, tip some of your friends need church, honey. Girl, I'm trying to let you know, honey.
Yes, I know.
I need it. I need church. So we love y'all so much.
I did.
We had a good time with y'all tonight. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Butch and Queen podcast.
I want to shout something out.
You want to shout something?
Yes, we actually had a good time this weekend. It was the opening of a product called the Healing Box, and we did a opening for it.
Yes.
We're gonna come out. We're gonna tell you about the pictures and stuff that we have. But I wanted to show a video, and it was so nice, y'all. Like the setup. Krista did the setup. She actually did the food. She didn't do the table.
I did the table.
She did the food. Setting of the food. It was so nice and elegant, and the food was delicious.
Yeah, shout out to Old Money. It was really, really good.
Yes.
We had a great time. It was
a very good time.
Very beautiful. You'll hear more about the Healing Box in later weeks.
And there's a book.
There's a book
out. And that is on
it's on all platforms. Global.
Amazon.
You gotta accept the globally, y'all. So it's everywhere. Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
All of them platforms. So check it out. Support it. And you'll hear more about the Healing Box coming up.
So we're about to end tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the Butch and Queen podcast.
And
tell a friend.
Next week. Yeah,
tell a friend. Tonight.
Thank you. My nose is itching, you guys. Bye, y'all.